Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning will begin on an organization that has been making a difference in the lives of people since 1865. Nearly 33 million Americans receive assistance from the Salvation Army each year. And here to tell us the many ways they're doing the most good is Major Steve Woodard. He's the coordinator for the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County. How are you, Major Steve?
Good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you being here. And needless to say, this is an extremely busy time of year for the Salvation Army. And our goal today is really to remind our viewers of some of the outstanding programs and services that you offer and how they can help or be helped for that matter. So during this holiday season, there are a number of ways that you are making a difference. So let's start off talking about your Coats for Kids program.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an opportunity that a lot of times people take for granted, that somebody might have a coat or the kids have coats or they're all taken care of in that regards. But an opportunity for people to donate a coat. Kids need that all the time, and we have a chance to distribute those. And we already had a couple days that we did distribute to moms and grandma and grandpas for kids, but we also have another day coming up on January 24th where families could get a coat as well. But if you have one, that's the biggest thing. Sometimes people take for granted you might have an extra one here and there that you don't use, but that's something you can give to somebody else, because the great opportunity is to share that with someone else. And we just had a phone call just the other day on a phone bank where kids were trying to, or parents were asking for financial donations, and a young boy called. And he said, "Can I get a coat?"
Oh.
And in that moment, the volunteer actually helped, and we were able to get Mom on the phone to be able to connect him with a coat. So the need's so great just to catch that child, but to know that as those kids go out from their house, they run out to the bus stop. You don't know how long you're going to stand out there. Get on the bus, then run to the school. Those things that they need that kind of coat to keep them warm, keeps them ready to be ready for an education for the future. It is our future generation, and we should be able to take care of them.
I totally agree with you. And when you talk about how fast kids grow, you know, you have your own kids who may have outgrown their coats, and like you said, they can be donated to young people who are in need of a coat. So it really is a win-win all the way around, because this is the season of giving. So a harsh reality is that millions of American parents can't afford to buy their kids Christmas presents this year, and that alone can be added financial and emotional stress to families. So you have found a way to help those parents who would like to see their kids smiling on Christmas Day.
Absolutely. It's an opportunity, I think, where hope and healing can begin a little bit. One thing that Mom and Dad or Grandma and Grandpa taking care of those kids don't have to worry about that, to have an opportunity to put that underneath the tree, or however they want to give that to the kids. So when they wake up, because they see all that too, the TV, everything else promotes a wonderful Christmas, and they're wondering, well, we probably don't have a lot to make or manage that. So because of the donations that people give to the Salvation Army, especially in this great Milwaukee County that we live in, we were able to give those toys directly back to these families and these kids. So when they wake up on Christmas morning, or whenever Mom and Dad decide to give it to them, they can say, "I got something that and the biggest thing is that they've not been forgotten. I think that's the thing that permeates this whole thing, is knowing that they're loved, even in this moment. At that, I mean, we might think it's only just a toy, but in that moment, could be that hope, could be that joy. And I've had a number of people that have come back and told me when they're older, now they have families, and they said, somebody gave that toy when I was a kid, and I remember that the Salvation Army was there and did that, and now I want to give back. You know, so it's that kind of thing that we want to help someone break that cycle of poverty, but also to have an opportunity to provide hope and healing in this moment, this Christmas season.
Yeah, and give everybody the opportunity to have great memories about the holidays with their families. So just for someone that may be watching, this is a program that people have to already have signed up for, but for future reference, they could very well keep in mind that the Salvation Army has this program and help pass along the word, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Our distribution will be this coming December 17th to the 19th, so many families that have already registered with us. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and you guys collaborate with a lot of organizations to make this happen, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We really couldn't do it all by ourselves, but different organizations, but different groups that want to volunteer and coordinate with us.
Yes, it takes a village to make our kids happy these
Absolutely.
days, that's for sure. And you have a prison toy program for kids who are 14 and younger, and they have a parent that's serving time in one of the 33 Wisconsin prisons. So needless to say, this is pretty special in itself.
True. That's the thing that gets, I mean, mom or dad, however they made maybe a poor choice and why they're in prison, we want to make sure that, I mean, that shouldn't dictate what happens to these children that are at home. So we do have a partnership, and we are able to work with those that are in the correctional facilities to be able to sign up their kids to be able to get a toy and a gift from the Salvation Army, but it actually comes from mom or dad. So it doesn't say anything about Salvation. It will show up for them to have it to give. So it's a personal special touch that we want to do. Last year we gave out about 3,800 different toys for families, and we're looking to do that again this year too.
I tell you, you guys are truly doing the most good, as you say. You can't talk about the holiday season in the Salvation Army without thinking about the Red Kettle Campaign. And I always have so much respect for those many volunteers who are standing out there in the elements. I don't care if it's rain, sleet, snow, whatever the case. They're out there helping you collect money, and the money that is raised goes towards your many programs and services, right?
Absolutely. That money that's given in that kettle stays in that community, and we were able to give that right back out to those in need. And that's an amazing thing about those that come and volunteer, and if they want to volunteer there, we would welcome any volunteers to come and ring that bell. But the great thing is knowing that connection, that personal touch, if they ring that bell, someone says, I want to give back to that, and those funds do go to help the Salvation Army, not just at Christmas. I think a lot of times we think about that, it will provide those food, those toys, the emergency shelter that goes on 365 days a year that the Salvation Army runs, but also food pantries, all those things. Kids going to camp, backpacks, emergency disasters. The funds that you give, it really makes a difference, and that change can truly make change. Yeah,
87 cents on every dollar goes back to those programs and services that you just mentioned. So here it is in this day and age, you talk about all the high-tech things that's happening, and you guys have made it super easy for people like me who travel around with no cash. You have what's called a Kettle Pay.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Well, most people have a phone or an iPhone now, exactly, and you could go up to the signs. We put it on there. We worked with Google Pay and Apple Pay. So there's a QR code, or you can bump with a special chip that's inside that. You open up your phone app and take a picture of it, start to take a picture, and all of a sudden there's a drop-down menu that you can press on. It will say, hey, welcome to the Salvation Army. Would you like to give? You can give $5, $10, $20. You choose that amount. But it's a way, once again, like you said, in a cashless society that we don't carry it, to have a way of saying, I still can give, and I want to be able to give, and this is how I can do it through that.
That's a great idea. So these smart chips are in 120 Red Kettles across the county. And the Red Kettle Campaign goes through, is it December 24th?
24th, yeah, Christmas Eve, yes.
All right, Christmas Eve. People still have time to donate and help make a difference. And the Red Kettle Campaign is one of the oldest and largest charitable campaigns in the world. So if someone wants to get more information on anything that we've discussed up to this point, give them your website address, please.
Absolutely. It's samilwaukee.org. They can go there and get any information that they would need. But if they want to ring the Salvation Army bell, they can go to registertoring.com is another way to connect. And if they also want to give, they can also text to give is another way to MKE 24365.
Okay, you've covered all the bases. So the website, samilwaukee.org, or to donate by phone, text MKE to 24365. Yep. And last but not least, there's the Christmas Family Feast. So we definitely have to talk about that. You've done this for so many years, and this is open to the public.
Absolutely.
It's free of charge, and it's not necessarily for people who, don't have anywhere to go or don't have any food, but people who really just want to come together as a community and fellowship. Tell us more.
Yeah, this is, and as you said, we've been doing it for many years. It's been 30, we'll be celebrating 30 years.
30 years.
In fact,
That's
here
a milestone.
in Milwaukee. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's actually the biggest Christmas Day celebration meal that the Salvation Army provides in the country.
Wow.
So it'd be up to, last year was close to 8,000, and we're looking at the same number around that area to come this year. And you're absolutely right. It's turned into a tradition. A lot of families don't have their own Christmas, but they're saying, I want to come and give. I want to volunteer. I want to be there. And it's for the whosoever. And I think it's a little slice of heaven, if you want to look at it that way. The opportunity that people can get together in fellowship, to laugh, see each other that maybe they haven't seen, talk about memories that have happened this year, but also know that, once again, that they've not been forgotten. They have an opportunity to kind of have fellowship, to sit around the table, break bread together, and know that this is good. This is a good opportunity.
So if you have some neighbors, or maybe someone at church, and they may not have family, or they may be spending time alone, it's a great opportunity to kind of let them know that this is a place where they can go, or maybe even pick them up and take them there. The thing that makes this extra special are, again, the number of organizations and businesses that come together to make it possible, and then also just really the volunteers who donate their time to serve the people that are there, and just to be that smiling face when they walk through the door.
Absolutely. The Salvation Army really couldn't be the Salvation Army without volunteers and people saying, how can I give back? How can I do that? I want to walk alongside what the Salvation Army is doing and see those faces, those kids and moms, dads, and grandmas and grandpas that come into this kind of situation and say, I can help make a difference. And truly doing that, volunteering, come and seeing that. We're glad to be a part of these organizations that want to say, I want to partner with you.
Okay, the Christmas feast is happening on Christmas Day at the Wisconsin Center from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Of course, the Wisconsin Center is at 400 West Wisconsin Avenue. 1,400 volunteers typically come out to help serve. Like you said, last year, almost 8,000 people. That is amazing in itself. So quickly, Major, what's on the menu?
Well, there's ham, there's turkey. You think of some great stuff that's there. I mean, mashed potatoes, you name it. It's something that's a creature comforts about what you'd want to have happen at your Christmas time. Or maybe you don't think about it, but it's going to be there. It's something warm and thoughtful just for you as you come. Yes,
and you always have Santa and Mrs. Claus there.
Right, we'll be there.
And you also do something so special in providing gifts to those people who come, and then bus passes. Talk about the importance of that.
I mean, sometimes we take for granted that someone has their own car, can pay for anything to transportation here and there. We want to provide those bus passes to say, you got yourself here. We want to help get you back home. Let's help you get to that spot. We also had people that volunteered time to cut hair, not in the same place we eat, of course. That means like we don't want to go there, but out in the lobby. But different people want to volunteer and say, you know what? Maybe somebody didn't have a haircut. So that's being done. So it's people that say, I want to stand beside you to help make a difference in that family's life this year.
That's what it's all about. Again, the Christmas Family Feast, it's free and open to the public. For people who may not have access to the internet, they can call 414-302-4308. And is there anything else as we wrap up?
Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and yourself as well, is that that we just have an opportunity to think about somebody else. Think of that moment that how can I make a difference in that person's life? And we're just glad to be able to do that. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you so much for coming by today.
Absolutely.
And thank you for all you do, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Major Steve Woodard is coordinator for the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County. Don't forget the 30th annual Christmas Family Feast. That's happening on Christmas Day from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Wisconsin Center. It's free and open to the public. For more information, visit samilwaukee.org, or again, call 414-302-4308. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll catch up with the CEO of the Social Development Commission, Mr. George Hinton. We'll do that right after this.